Desdemona Bonero was born on July 21st, 1577, in Venice, the capital of northern Italy's Veneto region. Desdemona hath grown up very fortunate because her father was a rich, well-respected, noble Venetian senator. Desdemona grew up in a very big house where she spent most of her time. Because her father was an important sir, Desdemona hath lived the life of a typical spoiled girl, therefore the lady ne'er hath to doth anything, it was always given to her. She ne'er disobeyed her father. Othello was born on November 14th in 1551 in Algiers, the capital of Algeria. Othello lived a very difficult childhood, which he hath spent as a slave to richer men. He ne'er complained and always believed that they were honest. Even as a young boy, he still saw the best in people. He was a valorous man and always took care of his family by doing everything he possibly could to bring back some food and water for them. He always thought of his family himself. Eventually, an opportunity presented itself to him. He had the chance to leave and become a soldier in exchange of the well-being and taking care of for his family. In order to get to this mysterious new country he would soon call home, Othello had to take a dangerous trip across the Mediterranean Sea on an old boat, which resulted in the death of many of his companions. Compared to others, Othello stood out because of his bravery, his talent to lead other people, and his capability of creating good strategies. Because of this, higher-ranked officers promoted him to more important positions until he became a general in the army of Venice. Because of his newfound position, the noble sir became more respected and hath met very important people like the Duke of Venice. He quickly became close to Brabantio, a Venetian senator. Because of their friendly relationship, he oft had spent time with him at his house. Brabantio's daughter was intrigued by Othello and wanted to hear more about his war stories. His stories amazed her, and she slowly hath fallen in love with him. Othello apace hath fallen for Desdemona as well because she treated him as an equal and stood by his side. They grew closer and closer as the time hath passed. They hath tried to keep their love a secret, but Brabantio eventually hath found out and was enraged because his only daughter had betrayed him by eloping with Othello. Even though they all judged Desdemona for marrying Othello because he was a Moor, she stood by him and defended their love. Othello grew up as a slave and had no honor, manhood, or reputation. When he finally became a general, he was respected by others. He hath a good reputation and found love with someone as special and loyal as Desdemona. He was a great soldier and had won many battles, which brought him honor. Sadly, this brought many insecurities for Othello. He lived in fear of going back to the way he lived when he was a young boy, and Iago used and capitalized these insecurities to manipulate him in order to get his own vengeance. Because of all of Iago's poisonous lies and manipulations, Othello's jealousy had kept growing until he was completely blighted by rage and jealousy, which got the best of him. The green-eyed monster swallowed him whole. Eventually, his growing madness had led him to kill Desdemona, the one person who was always loyal to him.